All right, welcome back to Off the Page with Keira. We're here. It's 9 o'clock, 9:50. It's 9:50, and I'm about to board my plane home. We're not going to get home until after midnight. So this is my day 32 vlog. Yes, and I'm just so committed. We're going to make this happen every day, no matter where we are. So, quick recap of today. All right, you ready? And yes, this is my flying outfit. So I'm always wearing this when I fly. It's my favorite outfit. Okay. So this morning I got up and I went to the cold plunge sauna place right here in, I think it was like Orem. We went to plunge and I went with Amanda. So Amanda Joy Loveland is jumping into JOA with me. She is coming to help support me in Nashville next week in the sales role. So there was a lot of things we needed to do to prepare for Nashville. So on the drive to the cold plunge, we went over all the things, all my offerings, all of the different things that I do to help authors write their books. Now, Amanda is one of my authors, so she knows this the program, the process really well, but just kind of dialing in our newest program, Author Made. And then we met some amazing people in the sauna at the cold plunge place, had some great conversations, and one of the men that we met there has a podcast agency here that I think I'm going to connect with, so that was pretty exciting. I forgot to tell you this last night. Did I say it last night? I don't think I did. So last night when I went shopping with my two younger children, we went to the outlets here. I went into the Ralph Lauren store. If I already told you this, fast forward this part. I don't know if I told you this. We went into the Ralph Lauren store because I needed a warm jacket for Nashville. And the woman who's, checking us out, she said, "You just look so familiar. Like, who are you? What do you do?" And I started to tell her that I help leaders write their books. And she started to get teary-eyed. And she said, "Last night I was sitting at my computer crying, thinking, how am I going to write my book?" What? I was like, well, sister, this is a divine connection. And so I got her info and I'm going to reach out to her and help her bring her book to the world. Never have I shopped at Ralph Lauren, but last night I did. And then I found her. So it was so divine. And then today we met this guy who wants to help possibly with some podcasting. And then we drove all the way to Staples to get all the things that weren't finished last night for the event tonight and for Nashville. And I got back to my kids. We packed the whole car and drove to the event center. And tonight I was at RoyalKye's event. So powerful. I only got to stay for 2 hours, but it was amazing. RoyalKye is a powerful speaker, powerful leader, and I was so honored to speak on his stage. And it was just, every time I get to speak on a stage, I just feel this power that's not mine, that I feel comes from God, and it just replenishes me, and I could feel it move through the room. And it's always it. Like, it just is. It's just like, I got to do this more. Like, this is my favorite thing to do. But we had a timestamp because we had to fly out tonight. So I spoke on the stage. I said my goodbyes. Got my kids out. They were hanging out in this room that had massage chairs. Got my kids, got in the car, drove all the way to the airport. And then, I don't know if you've been to the Salt Lake City airport, but it took us 25 minutes to figure out where the economy parking lot was. My maps were completely wrong. So this analogy came into my mind when I was like, we were following the maps and they were leading us astray, but the signs were accurate. And if I had just followed the signs,
the Salt Lake City airport is smoke-free.
If I had just followed the signs, we would have gotten here with plenty of time. Because I was following my maps, that just kept putting me in the wrong direction for 25 minutes. We finally, I kept praying, God, show me, where are we supposed to go? And finally, we just got off an exit and someone was standing there and they were like, no, you're in the completely wrong way. Follow only the signs. Do not follow your maps. The maps will always mess with you. I'm like, oh my gosh, why didn't anyone tell me this? So thank you to that sweet girl named Ellie who helped us figure it out. But I think this is so interesting. Like, we couldn't figure it out until I just chose a path. Like, we just chose an exit, and on the exit, someone was able to show us we were in the wrong way. So we finally got our car parked, pulled all of our bags out, get on the shuttle, and I'm looking at my clock and I'm like, we're not gonna make it. We're literally not gonna make it. And I can't figure out a solution. So when I can't figure out a solution, it like creates a lot of stress for me. And I'm like, okay, I have to be in Nashville tomorrow. I have to get home tonight. What is the solution? And I just kept being like, God, you just have to make it work. So I finally get to Delta, get up to the front, and they're like, you made it by 9 minutes. I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you. So we get all the luggage on the plane, and we have to run like a mile to our gate. And now the plane is late. Praise God. So now we made it. So favorite moments today, we're sitting with Amanda this morning and just like talking about all of the offerings, but like also like, how do we make things better? I love that like a lot of new ideas came in onto help my authors with the business part of their work, and that came in from the conversation with Amanda, so that was really powerful. I think another favorite moment today was when I was like dressed in my regular clothes, but I needed to get dressed in fancy clothes for the event. And so when I went to fill up gas right before the event, I go into the Maverick gas station and like completely change into my fancy dress, my fancy high heels, and I come out with all my like jeans and running shoes, and I go out to my car, and the amount of gas, the amount of money my gas was $22.22, and I was at pump 2. And if you don't know me, 22s are the signs that God talks to me with. And it was everything to be like, oh my gosh, like God is here. Like, when does it ever 22.22 at pump 2? I mean, come on. So that felt like a divine wink, like God being like, girl, I got you, which is always just like peace, right? Every time I can feel God, like I just peace in my body. And now here we are at our gate with time to spare. I was able to get the kids some snacks, and we're gonna make it home by 11:50, and it was an amazing 48 hours. So grateful we came to Utah. So grateful I brought my kids. So grateful that yesterday we got to play all day. So grateful I got to speak on 2 stages this week, and just like honoring the miracles. All right, let me go get on my plane. I'll see you tomorrow.